Hi, I am Shravya. I am a photographer and director based in Brooklyn, New York, originally from Vijayawada in South India. I started my career in photography around 2012 doing music and wedding photos, and then I moved to the States in 2015 to pursue a master's in photography at School of Visual Arts. Ever since, I've been working in the editorial and documentary spaces, picking up assignments for magazines and publications and working on long-form photo essays and short documentaries as personal projects, and also commissioned by nonprofits and libraries. Today, I'm going to walk you through my top essentials that make my artist profile series called Work in Progress run effortlessly. First and foremost, comfortable shoes. I've been using the Nike running sneakers for about 5 years now. They're a little worn down now, but they still are extremely comfortable. I feel like I'm walking on clouds, and this is particularly important for me when I am following an artist for this series for about 6 hours, documenting their process and interviewing them standing. I'm standing all day, and I need good shoes. That is the most essential for me. Following up with shoes, the second most essential thing for any shoot, any video production, or also any photography assignment are comfortable pants. I am doing yoga on set. Well, not exactly yoga, but I am squatting, angling the camera in obscure ways, top angle, low angle, doing all kinds of postures on set, and I need extremely comfortable pants to go with my gorgeously comfortable shoes.
This episode of Essentials is brought to you by Rebloom Retouching software. As a portrait photographer, Rebloom has quickly become one of my essentials. It analyzes the image and instantly offers natural-looking retouches that remove discoloration and pimples whilst keeping skin texture and detail. It all runs from your computer with no need for an internet connection, and you can batch edit your entire photo shoot as there are no per-image processing fees. Check it out for yourself. There's a link for a free trial in the description below.
Next up is, this is kind of like a meta shout out to Matt himself. This is a Matt Granger toolkit. Well, it's not a Matt Granger toolkit, but it's a toolkit with Matt's branding on it. I worked with Matt in 2018 and 19. It was tremendous fun when he was living back in New York. This toolkit is I kind of have it in my pocket every single day. It has a bottle opener and a bunch of keys and screws that would help you kind of essentially basically set up tripods and etc., but also kind of help you figure out or help you problem solving on set when something is stuck, when you need to unscrew something, screw in something. Next on the list is my X-Rite color checker. I use this to set up the white balance and essentially match the color profiles across all the 3 cameras that I am filming this series with, so that I don't struggle in color grading and matching all of them. So I set up the white balance, and I have the person hold the color checker right next to their face. And well, you should not touch the color pads like that, but like that. Very handy and saves you a lot of time in post-production. Next on the list is a fanny pack. I am all about comfort on shoot. I mean, as everyone, I think everyone should be prioritizing comfort first. I use this fanny pack on shoot either like this to kind of carry any extra lenses, any extra, mostly batteries and the charger, and a bunch of small things that I don't need to run back to my bag to pick them up from. So I either have this on my shoulder or on my waist, but depends on whatever you're trying to do there. But I find this very handy because I am not stuffing or overstuffing my pockets, and also because I'm wearing comfortable pants. Shout out to point number 2. This comes in handy because I'm not overstuffing my pockets. Next on the list is my Fuji X100F. So when I'm on set, I am filming an artist and following them and filming them for about 6 hours 4 to 6 hours a day, essentially kind of understanding the process and moving with them. So when I'm doing that, obviously I don't have time to photograph them, but when I'm doing an interview, I kind of like, there are these valuable moments that I wish I would have captured. So this is where my X100F comes into play. I kind of like have it around my chest like that, just hanging around when I'm not using the fanny pack the other way, or my fanny pack is usually around my waist. This is always on my chest or my neck. When I'm interviewing them and I want to capture a moment that they laughed, or I'm just like doing that, and I think this would also, having this camera also gives me kind of some BTS moments for content on Instagram, social media, YouTube thumbnails, etc. Next up on my list is sugar. I need to be hydrated and hyper on set, and if I'm not hyper, then I should at least be not tired. And I do not overstuff my pockets. This is too big a bar to place it in your pocket, but I kind of like snap it into and have it in my pocket. And when I don't have lint, it's usually dairy milk or M&Ms that I'm constantly snacking on when I'm filming, or when I'm like in the in-between moments, because I just need that sugar rush because I'm spending long hours on set. Following up with chocolate. This is not a follow-up to chocolate, but I always carry Advil with me because you never know what might happen, and this kind of is a safety trick to offset any pain or cramps that the person that you're collaborating with or you yourself might face on set. Next up on my list is my favorite thing on planet Earth. Maybe that's a stretch, but notebooks. I carry a notebook with me everywhere I go. Parties, dinners, meeting up with friends, on the subway, you name it. And for this artist profile series that I've been working on called Work in Progress, I'm essentially following the artist for about like 4 to 6 hours, filming them in their creative process, and while also understanding what they're currently working on. So for me to keep track of both of these things while also interviewing them and kind of making a note of any material that I need from them, I need to make a lot of notes when I'm on set, and this is when I carry my trusty notebook with me with a Sharpie to kind of make notes on the headings. That's kind of like how I make notes. That's the big one, and all the things that I need. With a Sharpie and a pen, and sometimes even a highlighter. So this one is a little bulky. If you feel like this is a little bulky, I usually leave this right by the leg of the tripod, or maybe right next to my equipment. And if that's too bulky on set, I also carry a smaller notebook. If this does not show you that I love notebooks, I carry a smaller notebook with a pen in my fanny pack, which always comes in handy when I have to like make a note or pick up something from my bag. When I'm picking up a charger, battery, I'm also kind of like scribbling notes in the in-between. This is essentially what happens when you're producing, directing, editing your own series, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Next up on my essentials list is a Gorillapod. I was not gonna give you a full walkthrough of my gear, but this is something I kind of like love carrying it everywhere I go on set. It provides me with more flexibility in framing a shot. So there was this one instance when I kind of like wrapped it around the branch of a tree with a 35 and a Sony a7 IV to kind of get like a bird's eye view of this person walking into the neighborhood. So it really gives me that flexibility. And for this series that I'm working on, I am in like artist studio spaces, and so I can get like, if I want to have a super wide shot of the entire space, I can like stick it up somewhere in the corner at a higher angle, maybe like on top of a cupboard, and really get that wide shot, extreme wide shot. Following up gear with more gear This is my go-to lens. It is the Sony 35-1.4 G Master. I usually stick it up on my A7 IV body, which is what I'm filming with. This is kind of handy go-to camera setup for me, because sometimes I'm also using the gimbal for tracking shots, and this is kind of like the most ideal weight for me on the gimbal, so that I'm not too exhausted the first 2 hours into the shoot. So, and it's also like a great portrait lens, especially when I'm photographing or filming an artist in their space. So I need a sense of their environment along with a good portrait. So this is my go-to gear. After that, following up with gear is lens cleaning kits. This is the air blower. It's hot in New York. And this is a Z's lens wipe that a friend gifted to me from Walmart. It's a huge box, around like 300 lens wipes, I believe, which come in very handy when you need to wipe your lenses. To give you a brief overview of the gear that I use, I have the Sony A7 IV that I'm filming with a 24-70 zoom lens, and another Sony A7 III that I'm filming with a 70-200 zoom lens. I also have the 35 prime, which is my favorite lens, and the 50 prime and the 85-1.8. I use a Saramonic wireless lav mic set and a Rode on-camera zoom. I use the Benro video tripod and also an Amazon Basics monopod. And that's it. These are all my essentials for the project that I'm currently working on, called Work in Progress. And these are also the essentials kind of like that are true and personal to my own artistic practice, be it photo or video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you around on my Instagram at SHRAVYACOG, or on my YouTube at SHRAVYACOG, or you can check out my work at www.shravyacog.com. Who says www? See ya!